Hello everyone, welcome to another series of Mind Map. Today's topic of discussion is Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Under this topic, we will discuss about CAG, appointment and term, independence of CAG, duties and power, role and responsibilities of CAG, role in corporate sector, and challenges and criticism. First of all, let's discuss about CAG. Article 148 provides for an independent office of the CAG, that is, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. About CAG, Dr. Ambedkar said in the Constituent Assembly debate that this dignitary or officer is probably the most important officer in the Constitution of India. He is the one man who is going to see that the expenses voted by Parliament are not exceeded or varied from what has been laid down by Parliament in the Appropriation Act. Ambedkar also emphasized on the independence of the CAG to perform his duties effectively. CAG is one of the bulwarks of democratic system together with Judiciary, Election Commission, Union Public Service Commission. Now moving on to his appointment and term. He shall be appointed by the President by warrant under his hand and seal. He shall only be removed from office in like manner and on the like grounds as a judge of the Supreme Court. Every person appointed to be the Comptroller and Auditor General of India shall make and subscribe an oath or affirmation before the President. The salary and other conditions of service of the Comptroller and Auditor General shall be such as may be determined by the Parliament by law. The oath is described in Schedule 3 for the purpose. The CAG shall hold office for a term of 6 years from the date on which he assumes such office. He shall vacate such office on the date on which he attains the age of 65 years before the expiry of the term of 6 years. He may resign his office at any time by writing under his hand addressed to the Parliament. Now let's discuss about the independence of CAG. He is provided with the security of tenure. He can be removed by the President only in accordance with the procedure mentioned in the Constitution. He does not hold his office till the pleasure of the President, though he is appointed by him. Constitution provides that neither the salary nor his rights in respect of leave of absence, pension or age of retirement shall be varied to his disadvantage after his appointment. The administrative expenses of the office of the CAG, including all salaries, allowances and pensions, shall be charged upon the Consolidated Fund of India, which means that it is not subject to vote of the Parliament. He is not eligible for further office either under the Government of India or of any state after he ceases to hold his office. Now moving on to his duties and power. Article 149 states that the CAG shall be responsible for compiling the accounts of the Union and of each state. To this effect, the Parliament has enacted the CAG's Duties, Powers and Conditions of Service Act 1971. The Act says it shall be the duty of the CAG to audit all expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India and of each state and of each union territory having a legislative assembly, to audit all transactions of the union and of the states relating to contingency funds and public accounts, to audit all trading, manufacturing, profit and loss accounts and balance sheets and other subsidiary accounts kept in any department of the union or of a state. He audits the receipts and expenditure of bodies or authorities substantially financed from union or state revenues. He audits the receipts and expenditure of all bodies and authorities substantially financed from the central or state revenues. He audits government companies and other corporations and bodies when so required by related laws, example Companies Act 1956. He audits the accounts of any other authority when requested by the President or Governor, for example, the audit of local bodies. Now let's have a look at the role and responsibilities of CAG. CAG has the responsibility to uphold the Constitution of India and the laws of Parliament in the field of financial administration. CAG secures the accountability of the executive, that is, Council of Ministers to the Parliament, in the sphere of financial administration through its reports. He submits his audit reports to President and Governor who shall place them before both the Houses of Parliament and state legislature respectively. He acts as a guide, friend and philosopher to the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament. The CAG is an agent of the Parliament and conducts audit of expenditure on behalf of the Parliament. He is responsible only to the Parliament. Now moving on to his role in corporate sector, the audit of the accounts of government companies shall be performed and exercised by CAG in accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 1956. The duties and powers in relation to the audit of the accounts of corporations shall be performed and exercised in accordance with the provisions of the respective legislations. The reports in relation to audit of accounts of a government company shall be submitted to the government or governments concerned. Some corporations are audited totally and directly by the CAG, example Damodar Valley Corporation, ONGC, etc. Some other corporations are audited by private professional auditors who are appointed by the central government in consultation with the CAG. If necessary, the CAG can conduct supplementary audit. Now lastly, let's discuss about the challenges and criticism. CAG of India is only performing the role of an Auditor General and not of a Comptroller, but in Britain it has the power of both Comptroller as well as Auditor General. The CAG audits the accounts after the expenditure is committed, that is, ex post facto. No criterion or procedure has been prescribed either in the Constitution or in the statute for the appointment of CAG. Paul H. Appleby criticized CAG that it has the knowledge of auditing but not of the administration. To improve the functioning of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, former CAG Vinod Rai gave the following suggestion. There should be a collegium type mechanism to choose the new CAG, and all private public partnerships or PPPs, Panchayati Raj institutions and government funded societies should be brought within the ambit of the CAG. Now it's time for the practice questions. In India, other than ensuring that public funds are used efficiently and for intended purpose, what is the importance of the Office of the Comptroller and Auditor General or CAG? 1. CAG exercises exchequer control on behalf of the Parliament during national or financial emergency. 2. CAG reports on the execution of programs by the ministries are discussed by the Public Accounts Committee. 3. CAG reports can be used by investigating agencies to press charges against violators of law while managing public finances. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 3 only, 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? Now note down the main question. In recent times, the role of Comptroller and Auditor General has been criticized on being merely an auditing institution. Express your views on CAG's effectiveness. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.